This is a story of Leguntapadu village in Nellore district in Kovuru Mandal. He is Ramachandra Reddy, a man who fought relentlessly for the cause of wages for landless labor, stained with blood, gore and violence. He was a man who brought a revolution in the minds of people at Leguntapadu village for a wasteland of 400 acres. There are two sects of people in the village, the well-to-do and the poor. Born into a landlord family, he fought for the rights of the landless and poor. Obsessed with anger, the landlords tempted one Mr. Bujjaya of labor class to turn against his own kith and kin. Unable to bear this, the relatives of Bujjaya hatched a plan and killed him. After this incident, there were several court cases and precious time was wasted. And after some more time, the two factions of people came together and decided to work unitedly for the progress of the entire village. They organized buffalo race for farmers, rangoli for women, sports for youth and children to bring in unity among the various groups of village. Those days, the adult education program was in progress, and the issue of drunken husbands. The women came in rescue of the battered wife. They together raised a voice of revolt against drinking. They took the initiative to close all the wine shops. Having come to know of this, the APO of DRDA went to meet them. With the closure of wine shops, each home could save a rupee for the family. This rupee is the state's very first rupee saved. This rupee is the foundation for the 800 crore wealth. This rupee is the answer for the revolution of 56 lakh women members. Leguntapadu village, Nellore district, May 17, 1992. The resourceful journey of the first rupee began. This rupee is the first inspiration for 4,50,000 saving societies and various women's banks of Andhra Pradesh. The rupee thus paved a new way in women's liberation and empowerment, making every home a prosperous dwelling place. The hands of saving societies met. Money has increased. First, it started with 30 members in 10 groups. With joining of 300 more members, problems began. Supervision of groups, increase of members, various other problems created a testing time. Later, with 20 members and 45 groups, it went up to 900 members. All this money was saved without stopping and got regular interest. Under the supervision of heads, groups have increased. The single woman has realized her inner strength. She has realized what she cannot achieve individually can be done through group psyche. Each woman was saving a rupee a day. 20 women saved 600 rupees at the rate of 30 rupees a month. Saving in such a manner, like a bank, the savings have increased to lakhs of rupees in the district. But sadly, that money fetched no interest. Without the members needing to spend the money, it just kept on increasing. The necessity to use the money by the other groups for interest was not there. How to solve this problem? How to surmount this problem? This was a major issue then. A small thought started a full flow of imagination. Woman after woman joined the force of thrift. They started thinking of new ways and formed into formidable groups. They left no stone unturned to set the ball rolling. The first of its kind, a dream come true, a women's bank was set up. October 30, 1998, in Leguntapadu village, a new savings bank began with a new promise. A bank of billions, a woman's bank, trusting and caring. Max, the setting of village-level savings society, in which a village woman director, an executive committee, a president, a vice president, secretary and members. The account will operate in the names of bank manager and president. This is the Lakshmi Bhavan of Women's Savings Bank. Here you can get spot interest and spot savings system at the rate of 3 to 4% on recurring fixed deposits. Here the staff is less, has its own building. All this make to give more interest rates. The SGH loans given by this bank is not given by any other nationalized banks in the entire state. There are no mediators. The groups have straight link with the bank and have no problems dealing with money. The latest computers are used to provide high-tech service for the cause of women's development in these banks. The long queues to save and savor for the rainy day or a happy day is the main intention and a will to stand economically independent in the face of society. There are two leaders who play an important role in the Women's Bank: manager, field officer. They meet the groups on a given time and day. They stay for 100 days in 10 Gram Panchayats. The group leaders need not have to come to the bank to deposit money nor take loans. They organize a meeting, a group meeting, in case some members need a loan. They take loan applications. After the sanctions, they hand over the cash. The field officer issues a receipt after collecting repayment. Like this, they travel to every group from village to village and collect money. We will have a look at as to how a loan application is processed. First, a loan application is extended to a person who needs a loan. The Board of Directors will then scrutinize the application and sanction the loan. The other duties of the Board of Directors are: keep a record of loans, to set up rules for new loans, organize training for societies. They advise the women bank staff members. Apart from this, they also decide as to how much, to whom the loan must be sanctioned. The sanctioned loans are taken by either the manager or the field officer and hand them over to group leaders. The group leaders dispatch the members' money publicly. They take signatures to make sure they are in receipt of the loans. If anyone from the savings groups need any kind of loans from the money they have contributed, the field officer will organize on-the-spot delivery. This will save a lot of time for members. They receive loans on time. The Women's Bank extend various services to its members. There are total deposits of 40 lakhs here. There was 1.95 lakh turnover in 3 years. So far we gave loans to 325 members to the tune of 85 lakhs. There is 98% recovery. Apart from this, the Women's Bank also extend scientific training for the economic development of the women. They have trained 100 women in this patchwork. They earn 75 rupees per day after the training. They get material from Chennai, stitch it and export. They get good profits. Not only this, Women's Bank extend loans to self-employment businesses, cottage industries, establishment of units, cement rings, and cement pot making. This candle making industry is one of the best and excellent enterprises in the district of Nellore. Not only this, there are the rich reaping flour mills, the purchase and selling of scrap, the beautiful cane work, the delicious wet grinder. Not only this, they have shaped many a god by using plaster of Paris and brought great blessing to their personal lives. By cultivating palm leaves gardens, they are reaching new heights in their lives. By cultivating banana trees, by making incense sticks, they are all fulfilling their lives with a new aroma and a new fragrance. When crop cutting machinery was introduced, a lot of laborers have lost their jobs. These people who are idle have been given loans for buying buffaloes. A once closed milk society is now making heavy profits. Through the help and assistance of the Women's Bank, the length and breadth of each village is shining under the glorious skies in the Milky Way. To protect and preserve buffaloes bought by the assistance of the Women's Bank, 3 Anganwadi Kendras have been organized for tiny tots in 3 different colonies. These Anganwadis have been doing excellent services, especially when mothers are out working on fields. They are acting as excellent guardians. This village has 2 primary schools. One is ST Colony Primary School. The second one is an old school of the village. With collapsing of walls and roofs gone, the children were not in a position to attend schools. In such a pathetic condition, enter the Women's Bank and help build a new school. The greatness of this village is that there is not a single child who does not attend school. The greatness of Legundapadu is that there is 100% enrollment of children and they attend school regularly. Their grit and determination is inspiring. They did not stop at primary level. They have continued till high school level. They have high spirits in this village. There is a mother and child health care camp every Sunday in the village panchayat office. Mother not only gives birth to a child, but she, like an angel, cares and protects them. The A&M who work here are supported with salaries by the Women's Bank. Bank provides free Medicare. This is an achievement of a small village in Nellore district. Providing good Medicare for a very patient is a prime duty of Legundapadu. At present, they have built a 10-bedded hospital in which they have an operation theatre and a labor room. This is really very inspiring. Not only this, where there is will, there is a way. With such a mindset, they have organized ambulance services under the auspices of Pudupu Lakshmi Saving Scheme. Prior to this, by the time they took the patient to the hospital, his condition used to deteriorate. Today, this problem is completely eradicated. The ambulance services reaches the home of every critical patient and takes him or her to the hospital and saves a precious life. This is how every service is provided with total dedication and devotion. Keeping the future in view, the Women's Bank have undertaken many programs. In Cherlopalam village, they are in the process of building a home for the aged. Now, we have not taken any help from the banks. We are self-sufficient. We have helped various people for various occasions. We are also helping the aged people and also provided food for them. Apart from this, there are many more socially relevant programs which are being done by Women's Bank. They bring in people who are affected by the floods to the community halls and give them shelter. Pregnant ladies are taken care. People whose houses have collapsed are given shelter and free clothing. Such is the compassionate power of the women. This kind of social service have attracted many important persons. The state governor, C. Rangarajan, ministers, national and international leaders have personally visited this Women's Bank and watched its greatness. So many medals and so much of appreciation. This progress of women is mind-boggling and exuberant. It is a new chapter on the success road of Swarna Andhra Pradesh. To this end, the first rupee, which was a saving grace of Legundapadu village, responsibilities are increasing and hundreds are becoming millions. The wealth has increased in leaps and bounds. From a small beginning, the Women's Bank has reached new and daring heights of progress. What was impossible, they have made it possible, made it happen with their sheer grit and determination. For them, sky was the limit, and they have put in every effort, every sweat to accomplish great things. Today, their turnover is 2 crore rupees per annum. Isn't it wonderful and amazing? At a time when all other banks are closing down, the Women's Bank is going great guns with the able support of the officials. There are 5 festivals celebrated in Leguntapadu. International Women's Day, Children's Day, Youth Day, World Health Day, and Savings Day. Today, Leguntapadu is blooming like a child's heart with a child's smile. Without any barrier of caste and creed, they are pushing the wheel of progress forward and forward. The prayer of this village is an inspiration par excellence, a truth which the world should take note of. Today, Leguntapadu is cynosure of all eyes. It had worked and worked hard. They had given their very best and brought the sun's radiant glow on the top of every home. Yes, history is made by people, and people mastermind the future. This is a victory of the Savings Bank, a victory of women's enterprise, a victory of Leguntapadu. These are women who have created a new history. This will stand as a true inspiration for the entire Andhra Pradesh.
You have just seen what happened in Leguntapadu. Leguntapadu is one of the most backward villages in the southern tip of Andhra Pradesh. 10 years back, the women of the village, they came together with the saving of ₹1 per day. Today, they have set up their own Mahila bank. The bank is having a turnover of worth crores of rupees. The women, they have achieved all government schemes in their favor. They have set up a hospital. They are running their own ambulance. They have an Anganwadi. They have their Balwadi. They established a community center. They have achieved everything for their village. Not only they were together, they have carried the rest of the villagers along with them. It is our success and their success. If all the villages in our country are like Leguntapadu and all the women are together, we can drive poverty from our country.